You right there?
Your
For the
Majesty,
audience?
Captain Thackeray. I was summoned.
Indeed. I'm glad you're here, my friend. Kryta needs you once more.
You know I'll do anything I can to help. What's the problem, Captain?
There's a swamp in southern Kryta called Lichcroft Mere. The area's been hit hard by our war with the Centaurs. Most of the lumber there goes to build catapults and defenses, so it's common practice to use strips of marsh moss instead of firewood on cold nights. However, the Seraph have brought me recent reports that risen undead, servants of Or, have been seen in the swamp.
Risen? The dragon's minions? If they're in the swamp, anyone who goes in there would be in great danger.
Precisely. The three orders of Tyria are pushing to be involved, but can't agree on a plan. While they bicker, my people are at risk. Hero, I have summoned you to act as advocate of the Crown. I want you to meet with the orders and take charge of the situation.
You'll be dealing with the Vigil, the Durman Priory, and the Order of Whispers. All three specialize in fighting Zaitan and its minions. However, they all use different methods. It'll be your job to decide which plan is best, and then act on it.
You will have the full authority of the Crown to handle this situation. Will you accept this task, Hero?
Your Majesty, I will. I'm honored to serve Kryta and my queen.
Thank you. Go, and meet with the Order representatives as soon as possible. I look forward to your report.
Want to see a trick? Is that your face?
Finally. Thank Dwayne you're here. I am Scholar Joser of the Durman Priory. We've been expecting you.
You're here to make decisions, and that's exactly what we need.
For once, Ehan's right about something. I'm Hiroki, a crusader with the Vigil. The Risen forces are active in Lichcroft Mere. There are missing villagers, mostly children. We've got to get soldiers in there. The Vigil has a squad standing by. They're ready to sweep the area on your signal, Advocate. Just give the word.
Advocate, I'm sure you can see that such an approach would only cause more problems. The Durman Priory has a wondrous device called the Mortis Verge. We believe in using intellect to fight the dragons. Saves on manpower, you know, and we have achieved some marvelous advancements.
Your device is theoretical, untested. You want to risk children on that? Vigil steel is tried and true.
I'm with the Order of Whispers. We brought this to the Queen's attention, but we'll leave the front line fighting to the others.
Very well. Hiroki, Josir, give me a moment to think this over and then I'll decide.
We know so little. Greetings and salutations, Advocate. A fine day for a walk in the swamp, wouldn't you agree?
You're mighty cheerful for someone headed to take on the Risen. What's up?
Ah, but I always enjoy a priory expedition. Experimentation, research, discovering lost artifacts in an old musty tomb, then more experimentation. Every day is a new adventure in the Derman Priory. It's a fine life.
You do manage to make it sound exciting. So what's this new trinket you were telling me about?
It's called the Mortis Verge. It allows the holder to easily distinguish the living from the risen dead, but also confuddles the undead, making it harder for them to find you.
That does sound useful. Who built this thing?
Would it surprise you if I said it was based on a Char invention? The Priory values ideas and innovation no matter where the genius occurs. The dragons aren't being picky, so why should we? Any weapon we can use against them is worth exploring.
Char, huh? Well, I can't fault your reasoning, especially if it helps us defeat these undead. Fire that thing up and let's go find those missing kids.
Don't be afraid, child. The Mortis Verge will protect you. And while the enchantment is active, you can sense the undead. Avoid them, and run home as fast as you can.
Thanks, mister. I'll tell my parents all about how you saved me.
Morning.
We know so little. Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
You look like a living one. Please, I want to go home.
Don't be afraid. With this enchantment upon you, you can sense the undead and stay away from them. Now head home.
If you say so. Thanks a lot, Mr. Old Man.
Enchanted you with the Mortis Verge, my child. Now you can sense the undead and avoid them. Keep your wits about you, and run. Run all the way home.
Yay! Thank you, sir.
Quickly, child. This enchantment will allow you to sense the undead. Avoid them and make your way home.
Really? Thanks, mister.
Magnificent. The Mortis Verge worked. Perhaps not perfectly, but certainly better than I hoped.
It's an impressive device. Tell me, is the Durman Priory full of such things?
Yes and no. More importantly, our order is full of the kind of people who like to invent this sort of thing. And, I might add, people like you, brave enough to test it. You would be a fine addition to our order, you know.
What else does the Order do?
Anything. Everything. We travel the world seeking lost knowledge to use against Zaitan. Exciting, no?
It sounds very interesting. Thank you for telling me about it. We'd better get back and share news of our victory with the others. Thanks again for your assistance. This was extremely educational.
Remove the army, and we remove the threat.
There's an intelligence to their movements. We need to discover the root of the problem, not just follow them from fight to fight.
At the cost of lives? The undead are attacking now. If we sit idle, people will die.
What can I do for you?
Advocate, the representatives have reported your success. Well done.
Thank you, Logan. I'm glad we saved the children, but the undead are still a problem.
I'm told the children saw a Seraph soldier in the swamp, and their stories were quite appalling. They were as frightened of him as of the undead. If this was that soldier, the children say he's become violent and incoherent. They also say that the undead weren't attacking him.
There aren't any Seraph outposts in Lichcroft Mere. What's a lone soldier doing out there?
According to Seraph reports, a corporal named Kellock didn't report for duty. I'd assumed he was AWOL in Lion's Arch, but maybe there's more to it.
This Kellock could be under Zaitan's influence. Could he be inciting the Risen and making them more aggressive? Maybe he's a necromancer.
We don't have time for theories, Advocate. Vigil scouts marked more undead approaching the town of Triskel Quay. The corruption is spreading.
If so, then Triskel Quay is just a symptom. Whatever's drawing the undead inland will continue to do so even if we save the town. We should investigate what happened to Kellic. He may be the key to these attacks. Until we know what's going on, we're just plugging leaks.
You want to go on a wild goose chase, Ehan? Fine. But don't risk Triskel Quay. We need soldiers to defend the town or people will die.
A few will die now, but we'd be saving many in the long run. The Order of Whispers is prepared to make that exchange.
It's a good thing that decision's not up to you two. Advocate, it's in your hands.
Too rich for my blood. Next payday, I'll be back. Best be getting home before I worry the wife.
May Balthazar strengthen you.
Yes?
Never leave your comrade behind.
It's worse than we feared. Zaitan's minions are everywhere.
It looks bad down there. Do we have enough soldiers to save the town?
Whether we do or not, we're going to try. If my death saves an innocent life, then I've done my duty as Vigil. But I plan to go down fighting.
Agreed. What's Vigil protocol in this kind of situation?
Well, we've got no time to form ranks. I sent our soldiers ahead into the town to drive back the undead. They'll need our help.
I'm ready for our fight, Hiroki. Let's not waste any more time.
But don't let up. Thanks, but don't Everybody else is still fighting Everybody else is still fighting inside.
Advance! I'll guard the front entrance. Move in. There are more of us still fighting inside.
Go on ahead. We'll hold this landing against whatever else they send.
I'll guard the front entrance. Move in. There are more of us still fighting inside.
I don't have enough energy.
Advance!
Thanks, but don't let up. Everybody else is still fighting inside. Thanks, but don't let up. Everybody else is still fighting inside.
Let's go. I've got your back. Advance!
What? Strong.
Let's go. I've got your back. Let's go. I've got your back. Charge! Urge to kill rising. Feel my wrath.
What?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Advance.
Don't stop. There's still more.
Revolve is all strength.
Did you need assistance?
We were in real trouble until you showed up. Those undead came out of nowhere.
How did the attack start?
First thing I saw was Corporal Kellak screaming and cursing. Then the undead started swarming and I lost track of him.
Kellak, you know him? Where is he now?
Do I know him? Sure. Kellak's assigned to this post, but he's been missing for days. It's not like him to go AWOL. Look, I don't want to get him in trouble. Kellak is a good soldier and a good man. He probably just overstayed his leave. It's that pirate girl. I don't know why he was looking for her, but I bet she's done something to him.
Pirate girl? What was her name?
I think he said it was Alastia. He probably meant Alastia Crow. She's crew of a ship docked southeast of Nebo Terrace.
All right, Captain. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Alastia Crow had a rare talent for precognition. I wonder what Kellogg wanted to know.
Whatever it was, I think the information drove him mad. I'm surprised that doesn't happen to more Priory scholars, too.
Clearly, the Order of Whispers has no respect for pure research.
Advocate, good to see you. How'd your mission go?
We didn't find Kellogg, but we discovered that he's connected to a pirate named Alastia Crow. I want to talk to her and see what she knows.
Talk with her? I'm afraid that's impossible. She's dead. Her pirate ship, the Ravenous, was destroyed by an undead attack 2 days ago.
You're sure she's dead? Did any of her crew survive?
Even if she's dead, Alastia was a seer. She might have seen this coming, and left something behind that we could use.
A few of her crew are still alive, camped near the wreckage of their ship. She might have told them more about what's going on.
We need to find out what Kellogg wanted from Alastia. Pirates don't tend to be trusting folk. I think a little nautical infiltration and investigation is in order.
The Order of Whispers are a disreputable shady bunch. You and the pirates would get along just fine. I have a better suggestion. Even if Alastia Crow is dead, she can still be helpful. I know an accomplished priestess of Grenth who could summon the pirate spirit.
The Durman Priory's better suggestion is to disturb the dead? You scholars really will turn over every rock to get your answers. Even tombstones.
Hiroki, any suggestions from the Vigil?
None, Advocate. While these two are squirreling for answers, Vigil soldiers will watch for another undead attack.
It's your call, Advocate. Infiltrate the pirates, or summon Alastia's spirit.